Hi, I'm Peter Rose, founder of Longwood Currency Trading. I don't know about you, but I am not in capital letters using AI to trade Forex or to make these videos. And I don't use AI to make this coffee, and AI doesn't get to drink it. I've had so many conversations with people. How do I use AI in my trading? And how do I make this work? And what can... Oh, look, where is the personal expansion of your humanism in connecting with the world around you if you're using AI to do everything for you? You should use AI to help you get more information. You should use AI to teach you how to accomplish things. You know, what do I need to do to fix my lawnmower? And how do I go about making those repairs? Anybody that's in the information business or how to do stuff is out of business, because all that knowledge and information is out there. AI has scooped it up, and it's just going to puke that shit back to you in a summary form that makes it easy for you. You know, several years ago, when you would do a Google search, you'd come back with, 40,000 responses in 0.05 seconds. Now you come back with a very informative, detailed summarization of the question that you ask, with each major section citing the place where the AI got that information from, so that you can go and check it. If it says Bob's pharmacy and real estate office, when you're asking questions about how to finance real estate, that's probably not a good source. You'd want it to come from, I don't know, Rocket Mortgage or Redfin or something like that. You always have to check the sources, because AI will only come back with what it has learned from us. And yes, it will be able to put that together into a way that it would appear to come from somebody who's conscious being. They call that generative AI. And that's coming. It's already here pretty much. I mean, I've been using AI to explore AI. And I've had great conversations with it. It's gone on and on. I've had so many conversations in a row that I've blown the token stack, and it forgets everything, and I have to clear the cache and start over again. But that's okay. I mean, I'm not paying for AI. I have to pay for it. When you are looking to trade Forex, that's an art. You can ask AI to say, I'm going to show you 5 different photographs, and I want you to create a replication of that with all the best technical details that you can have about the rule of thirds and all that other stuff for photography or drawing. And it'll come back and it'll put that together. And it's perfection. But the human experience isn't based on perfection. It's based not on a digital world, but it's based on an analog world. We live in breath to breath, unmeasured breaths. Our trading is measured through emotional understanding of the market that we're trading and our own connection to ourselves, understanding that a market like the Forex market, which is 10 trillion freaking dollars a day, is one of hope, fear, and greed, solidified by the 95% of the volume of that $10 trillion, institutional investors and traders making trades based on clients who are saying, I need to transition $4 billion worth of X currency into Y currency so I can buy Y country's products. Some of that is going to be automated, and it'll be fine. But you're not an institutional trader. You're a retail trader. And you don't have all the information available to you that you would need to know in order to replicate that. You're not in contact with the client. You don't know that the client is only willing to pay so much for the products that he's looking to get. And so it's the broker's job to run that price until it gets close to there and then sell off a portion so that it brings that price back and go back up. Where is the information that we have access to that tells us that? We don't have access to the client. What we have access to is the price action. The Forex market has nothing to do with trading money. It's international commerce that's going on. That's our advantage in the Forex market, is it's commerce. It's stuff that's going on that people are making determinations based on their view of how their economy is doing and the view of the economy of the other countries' currency that they're involving, so that they can say, in conjunction with the broker, you know, I don't think now is the time to get in the market and make these big transactions. I don't think they're going to sell me that currency for as low as I need to get it in order to buy enough of the other one. So we'll just hold off on that order for now. As retail traders, we're at an advantage because we don't have to know any of that stuff. All we have to do is know ourselves, because as a Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu said, to know oneself is to know the 10,000 things. If you're fucked up as a person, you're not going to be a very good trader. So you have to have your shit together and nailed down if you're going to trade retail Forex. Otherwise, you're going to get chewed up. There are too many people that are teaching Forex out there that are just teaching information. This is what this is, and this is what a PIP is, and this is what a bank is, and this is how you size your bank, and this is how you go about putting an order in, and this is a limit order, and this is it's stupid. Why would you pay for information? You can go to babypips.com and get all that stuff. You're going to go to AI and trust it to take that information, much of it that's out there, which is flawed, because people are flawed. Who are you going to cite? When you go to AI to ask them how to trade, who are you going to cite in that? Who's AI going to cite where they got that information? How do I trade Forex? You're not going to get that information from an institutional broker. He didn't write a book. He's not teaching a course. And even if he did, as Forex retail traders, we can't pay any attention to that because he's not a retail trader. He's going to teach stuff the way the institutional traders are doing it. But that's an art in itself, and it requires roomfuls of PhDs in economics in order to make the decisions to trade a $4 billion order over a 2-week period of time so it doesn't chew the market up and eat himself up. The AI is based on the information that's out there so they can gather it and summarize it and do the best they can to make sense of it so that it's correct. But if so much of the information that's retail oriented is bad, all they're doing is synthesizing and putting together bad conclusions. And when it can't come to a conclusion, it will simply be stagnated at, this is how you do this. When the short MA crosses the long MA, then you go long. Well, any dumb shit can tell you that. That's not how to trade. That's a system. And I talk to more and more people that talk about systems. I talk about process. I was just talking to somebody the other day. He couldn't understand what I was saying. Well, let me work on my system. And I think I've got this. Who the fuck are you to be working on a system? You got 2 years or I think he had 3 years of trading experience. He's unsuccessful and he's trading, $300 account. Yeah, you're going to be able to fucking figure out a system and you're going to work it out. Good luck. That's not to be negative against that person, because that's all the information that they have to go on. But that person will be the one who goes and asks AI what to do, because why pay for a course when you can ask AI what to do? You will never get any of that from me. I do not produce anything. My voice is my voice. My image is my image. It comes from my site. And I have a website. You go there. It's my thing. And that's all I can tell you. I'm not using AI to trade Forex. I make mistakes and I lose money. I'm in a loser right now, big time, asymmetric loss. But that's okay because I had 3 asymmetric gains in the last month. You know, I think I did 16% return against risk last month. So, okay, I'll figure it out. I'll make, but it's me, and I enjoy doing it. I have fun, and because I have fun and I'm involved in the decision process, I can do good. And the benefits that I reap from that, I make the choice to pull them off the table to make sure that I don't lose them, or I can leave them in to compound. And I can make the decision to pull the plug. The AI won't make the decision to pull the plug at the right time. The bots can't do it. If a bot could do it, then everybody would be successful with their bots. The bots work until they don't, because the market changes. Why does the market change? The Forex market changes because of the order flow constructs that are being imposed through the broker orders that are reacting to their clients. How do you pre-figure out what that's going to be? You can't. That's why I think Forex is the greatest opportunity that we have as retail traders, or just human beings trying to search our way through to make money to survive. We control the button that we push. We control, or try to, our emotional reactions of hope, fear, and greed in trading this market. What are you going to do? You're going to try to apply skills against the stock market? The Forex market dwarfs all the stock markets combined. And the stock markets are based on some company president that all of a sudden comes out and says, oops, I absconded with $100 million of profits and jigged the books because I got into a gambling problem. And all of a sudden the stock goes, whoosh, and it's gone. And you can't get out. Or you're in the commodities and you're trading Kansas City wheat. And all of a sudden you get a lock limit down. You can't get out. Not only can't you get out, but you can lose your house. You go 4 lock limits and you're loaded in too heavy with high leverage, you're gone, baby. Your house is gone. Do I want to put that kind of responsibility on an AI and walk away and have a cup of coffee? No, I don't think so. I am not in capital letters using AI to trade Forex or to make videos. I'm a human being and I love what I'm doing. That's why I make the videos and that's why I trade, because I have a lot of fun doing it. If you'd like to have a lot of fun too, then maybe you should take my course. It's expensive and it takes 6 weeks. But at the end of that time, you'll be successful. Please don't call me and ask me how much did your course cost, and blah, 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 because if you're interested in the price, you're not interested in trading with me. I don't answer those questions. I want to talk with you. I want to see if I can help you without taking the course. I want to see if I can help you without taking the course for free. Because I don't have time to teach the course to everybody. It's me that's teaching, and I have a workbook, a 200-page manual. But you read that manual until your teeth fall out of your head. I just had a student recently that completed reading through the manual, and that we've got into he's trading a live account now, $1,000. And I said, well, how do you feel about your trading? I said, I feel really good, he says. So could you have done that by just reading the course book? No. No. You can't go to college and get an engineering degree or an English degree without doing the work, paying the money. This is just the way it is. The thing that I have focused on my whole life is to have fun with whatever it was that I was doing. And I've succeeded in doing that, and I've made a lot of money, and here we are. And I'm trying to help people now experience that joy and have the skills that can be brought to bear to significantly impact the replacement of their job income or replace their job income or have a job income. Because with AI, it's eliminating 30% of the jobs right now are in danger. You're working behind the counter at a restaurant, a fast food restaurant. Your job is in jeopardy because of the kiosks that are coming up. Why do they need 4 people running the registers? They don't. If you're studying computer science, you want to be a programmer. Sorry, that ain't going to work. Those jobs are being eliminated because AI can do that. I had a problem. I'm an enterprise Java programmer. I spent 33 years doing enterprise level business applications development as a senior software engineer. And I was writing a program now. It says it has to do with some accounting stuff. And I'm stumbling with it. I couldn't quite figure it out. And I thought, well, I'll test AI. Here, I did a prompt. I know how to do a prompt. And here's it. And it goes, oh. And I go, really? Well, I was making that thing more complicated than I needed to make. So you guys that are junior level coming out, you're not going to be needed. Well, how do you get to the point where you're senior level in order to do because the senior level people are going to be needed to glue things together and make sure things are okay. How do you get the experience to be good enough to be at the senior level so you're valued? Well, that's another thing. There's so many people out there that are teaching AI and blah, 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 and all this other stuff. There's certain applications that simply aren't going to work for you. Your job is at stake. What's the one thing that you could learn how to do? Yeah, I mean, you can't be stupid and learn how to trade Forex. You can't be emotionally distraught. You can't be an alcoholic or a drug abuser. You can't be a criminal. Your brain is screwed up. If you're, as the Buddhist would say, right thinking, right living, in one form or another, we can't all be, walking on water or whatever. But you have to have your shit together. That's all. If you have your shit together and you're willing to listen to some simple direction and to work through a process over a 6-week period of time, I can guarantee you that you will have the skills necessary to make any amount of money that you want to make based on the size of the bank that you have to make that. It's just like having a boat. If I want to go across the harbor, I can have a little boat. If I want to go across the lake, I need a little bit bigger boat. If I want to go across the ocean, I need a real big boat. Either your job is at stake or the career that you think you're going to get into may not be there for you. Trading the Forex market will always be there because of all the reasons that I've just provided. Interested in any of that stuff? I've talked too long. Send me an email. That's what you need to do. And we'll get a conversation going and see what you need and see if what I can do or what I do could help you. If I can't help you, that's fine. I just signed off on 2 guys this week. Throwing emails back and forth for the last week or so between these 2, and I finally said I can't help you. I can't help you. What if I can? It might be life-changing for you. And for those few people that I have worked with that are getting to that point, because I haven't been teaching that long, I just started even talking about working with people in the last year or so. Before that, my channel was just to provide information and how you do things and how you think about the Forex market, because it's really exciting. But if you'd like to learn how to trade it, I thought, well, I should offer those skills too. But not everybody would like to learn from me because you don't like me. That's fine. And what you see on my YouTube channel for my videos, I'm doing that. I'm not using the AI to write my scripts. I'm not using AI to fancy up my thumbnails or look at my thumbnails. It's the same thumbnail for the last 5 years. 6 years. So use that as a guide for what kind of information you would like to consume and how you want to take the information that I'm sharing with you and maybe apply that to your own life. Again, if you'd like to have a conversation with me, all you have to do is send me an email. I'd be happy to chat with you, either an email or a video conference. Peter Rose, Longwood Currency Trading. Have a great day and have a great trading day.